The federal government is reopening after the longest government shutdown in history. So that at least is some good news.
Yeah, that's the good news. But the bad news is Americans could be feeling its lingering impacts for days, if not weeks to come.
ABC's Karen Travers joining us now live outside the White House. Karen, thank you for being with us this morning. The question is now, federal workers went without paychecks. Millions went without benefits. So when is that all going to be paid back?
Things are going to start flowing again now, but it's going to take a couple of days. So for the 42 million Americans that rely on SNAP benefits, that will start going out now and in the coming days. Some people who receive those benefits have already started to see them. If they haven't, they will see them over the weekend. But you mentioned federal workers, hundreds of thousands who have been off the job, not getting paid during this historic 43-day shutdown. They will now see back pay, and they're expected to get that in the coming days. That is mandated by law. That law was signed into law by President Trump during his first term, so they will finally see those paychecks they missed during the shutdown.
What is next? How quickly will things get back to normal at the airport? So many people want to know as Thanksgiving travel plans are coming down the pike.
People are going to have to be patient. It's going to take a couple of days for things to get back to normal. There are still those restrictions put in place by the FAA at 40 airports around the country, a 6% cut in flights. The FAA is not expected to lift that until they feel confident that air traffic controllers are back on the job and they can fully reschedule all of those flights. But they say that that should be happening in the coming days. So Thanksgiving travel by then should be okay. Earlier this week, I asked the president if he could guarantee that Americans should feel comfortable that travel will go back to normal as soon as the government reopened. He told me it will be better than normal at that point.
Karen, I just have one more question for you, because this government shutdown, it hit a lot of people hard. It's a big concern. This is a short-term funding bill they signed. So they have to negotiate. There has to be some kind of conversation. I know that the Republicans and Democrats agreed a conversation on those subsidies will happen. But how likely do you think that we could see another government shutdown come January?
I have learned to never make predictions here in Washington, having covered this place for so many years and covered a lot of shutdowns. But it's a very good point you bring up, because this only goes until the end of January. So they still have to negotiate government funding. We could be back in the same place at the end of the month, or at the end of that month at that point. And there is that issue of the healthcare subsidies. The Democrats were promised a vote. There is no guarantee of that getting across the finish line. It was just a promise, not a guarantee.
All right. Karen Travers at the White House, thank you so much. We appreciate it.